today's question is kind of a debate where Akshay and I are going to take different stances on this, but we leave it to you to decide what you think is right. So, do you think goals should feel achievable at the planning stage? At the time you're making the plan, do you feel like the goal should be within your reach?
Think about it like milestones. So, anyways, like my stance is it should be reachable. Think about it like milestones. You can, sure, there can be some crazy end goal or whatever, but you like once you have to start working on it, you do have to have that, like that milestone that you can reach, and you can think about like how are you going to reach it, what effort are you going to make, and the thing is, if you don't have it as a reachable thing, after say like a few days of working towards it, you're like, you know what, like what's even the point? I mean, sure, like I'm working towards it, but like, am I really making any progress? And it's hard to say you're making progress when the goal itself is like unachievable, and at least it feels unachievable. And that's why, as long as it's reachable, like you can sort of think about it like, okay, I'm making progress today. The process is working. I am doing well. This is going great. And once you reach the goal, then you're like, yes, I reached the goal. And then after that, you can use it as a milestone, and then slowly go all the way towards that like random end goal. But the end goal, you don't have to care about it now. Like end goal is like, yeah, uh, just care about that milestone, the first milestone, the second milestone, and then every time you reach it, you're thinking about it. And that's the way it's even done. You know, in schools, you're not told what you're going to learn in 12th grade. You just learn about like, okay, first alphabets, then numbers, then algebra. So you learn only what you need to know to learn, like because you're getting information about things that are not going to affect you at the moment. Why bother?
Okay, Akshay, that's actually a very good answer. And I'm sure your approach is like, it's good for your mental health and it clearly works for you, right? So I'm not going to knock your approach. I'm just going to present a different idea here. And that is sometimes setting a long range goal keeps you on track because it reminds you of what's at stake and what matters and prevents you from going on too many detours. Now, does that mean you shouldn't have flexibility? Absolutely not. You do need to be flexible enough to capitalize on opportunities as they arise. But you should have a big picture vision as well, in my view. And I'll tell you the benefits of that, right? Sometimes setting the goal even before you figure out how to get there or how to make plans is useful. It's not something you can do in with respect to everything that you do in life. With most things, I think Akshay's approach is better. But you should have at least these 2 or 3 white whales that you chase in your life, things that you think are highly unlikely that you'll achieve, but that would have such a massive impact if you could, that you just keep at it and you keep working at it and you keep working at it, and maybe one day you'll achieve it. Like, think about people who have built amazing companies, or all these environmentalists who have been able to uh, like clean up entire beaches and do major things like that, right? So sometimes you don't know how that project is going to come together, but if you believe in it, other people will also likely believe in you based on the way you're persuading them and how you're selling your idea. And enough people who are committed to an idea and believe in it and working towards it could move mountains. And I really do think that there is value to persistence. People give up too quickly. When they face setbacks, they imagine that that's it, that's the end. A lot of the times, cutting your losses is the healthier thing to do, but that's not always the case. Sometimes you just have to keep fighting, and that might be hard. It's not going to be satisfying for you to do, but it also is something that teaches you to think of new ways to fight, to think in ways that others would not even think, because you're so determined to win that fight. And you can't have what others don't have if you're not willing to do what others are not willing to do. So this is particularly applicable in things like investing in, say, financial assets, especially not fixed income, but equities and things like that. There are going to be a lot of ups and downs. Like last year during the pandemic in February and March, stocks took a massive beating. But now in several countries, especially considering most of our viewers are in the US and India, both countries, the stock market has hit new highs, unprecedented highs in recent times, right? So it's been a year and a half since the pandemic lows. And Indian stock market is like 150% up since then. And the US also is very significantly up since the pandemic lows. So if you're thrown in the towel and given up at that point when everything had gone down, then you would have nothing to show for yourself but the losses, and you would have missed out on all these amazing gains. You can't possibly foresee when the market is going to go up. That's not in your control. But if you keep believing in the fundamental value of your stocks and you stay disciplined in your investment strategy, then there's a very good chance that over a period of time, you're going to see a lot of success. And that is what has happened to a lot of investors over the past year and a half. But that's just one example. Other people might have other things that matter to them greatly in their lives. But you have to have a mission in life, something that gives you purpose. And when it comes to that thing, you should not give up on it no matter what. You should just keep fighting, keep working at it. No matter what the odds are, you have to believe in yourself and you have to believe in the people around you and your mission.
You do make a good point. And of course, I know this is a debate, but yes, there are certain things that you do have to keep it a bit irrational because the same the thing that we talked about in an earlier video about the amount of success and amount of failures. And you might have heard this this phrase, reach for the stars, you'll at least land on the moon. Sure, they might have said that, but if you would aim for the moon and then you reach the moon, think about how happy you would be. Then reach for this, aiming for the stars, but then you get the moon and like, man, this moon, yeah, sure, I reached it, so whatever. And you don't get that happiness. And to be able to get that happiness, like that should be your aim. Where yeah, I got to the moon. Now next stop is like the star. And if you think about it that way, then yeah, sure. So we both gave different perspectives, but it's honestly about you think on each goal, do you want it to be a really like a long goal where you want to work towards it and you are like achieving it is going to give you a lot of happiness, or are you going to keep like small achievable goals where every single time you achieve it, you're going to become happy and you're going to feel that gratification, which you need both things in life. So depending on the goal, you can just choose either Deepak's way or my way.
Perfect. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you then.
Oh, you're still here? Well, thanks for getting to the end of the video. Hey, while you're still here, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get new updates when we post videos. Also, make sure to check out these equally exciting videos as well. Have you pressed it yet? Come on, you have 5 seconds left. 3, 2, press it now.